This is somebody else who tagged me in another video and asked me what my thoughts are on this gentleman's opinion on cashless bail.
America's most dangerous law comes into effect September 18th of this year. People were calling it a ticking time bomb, and that they should. In Illinois, after September 18th, you're going to get arrested. You're going to get let go. They abolished cash bail. No more posting bail. You get arrested, you get let go. That sounds awful. What a time to be a police officer.
If you guys want, you can click on this comment and go watch the rest of that video. There's really no point in watching the rest of the video because you've already heard enough bullshit in just that snippet. So this gentleman is lying and saying that after September 18th in the state of Illinois, if you get caught, you don't have bail. You just get let go. Wrong. It's the same bullshit talking points that were made in a Facebook post that took off and helped spread this bullshit. Posts mislead on Illinois' Safety Act and elimination of cash bail. The Illinois Safety, Accountability, Fairness, and Equality Today Act, better known as the Safety Act, was signed into law by Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker in 2021. On Jan 1, parts of the law, which addresses a range of criminal justice issues, went into effect. Several new requirements are being implemented, including that police officers provide aid after using force, all police wear body cameras by 2025, and confidential mental health screening and counseling be provided for officers, all of which I believe we can all agree on are good things, right? But one part of the law, known as the Pretrial Fairness Act, is under scrutiny, and critics say it will make Illinois unsafe. The Pretrial Fairness Act eliminates cash bail for all offenses and allows individuals stopped under the suspicion of committing traffic, quasi-criminal, or misdemeanor offenses to go free before a trial, with the stipulation that they will return to court for their hearing. The act would still allow a judge to detain a person who is considered a flight risk or who poses a threat to, quote, any other person or the community. A judge could also detain somebody because of the nature of their crime. On December 28th, Kankakee County Judge Thomas Cunnington ruled that the Pretrial Fairness Act was unconstitutional. Cunnington said that the state legislature should have allowed people to vote on the elimination of cash bail, and the legislature should have followed the requirements in the state constitution to pass the measure. This provision of the law is on hold until an appeal hearing before the Illinois Supreme Court in March. That appeal hearing has happened, and it is now going into effect. That ruling from that Supreme Court said that it is not unconstitutional per the state of Illinois' state constitution, and it can go into effect. A Facebook video posted on Jan 1 misleadingly claimed that anyone detained under the charges of kidnapping, armed robbery, burglary, or second-degree murder would be immediately released. Quote, anyone locked up under these charges will be let out free, the speaker says in the video, which received more than 218,000 views and 1,500 likes. A Facebook post shared on Jan 16 said the Safety, Accountability, Fairness, and Equity Today Act, Safety Act, would restrict which crimes a person can be arrested for and would free those in custody for 12 offenses, including second-degree murder, aggravated battery, and arson without bail, as well as drug-induced homicide, kidnapping, burglary, robbery, intimidation, aggravated DUI, aggravated fleeing, and eluding, drug offenses, and threatening a public official. The Facebook posts include claims that show a misunderstanding of the Safety Act. All of the crimes listed in the Jan 1 video, kidnapping, armed robbery, burglary, and second-degree murder, are still offenses for which a person can be held in jail before a trial if a judge finds the individual to be a danger to the community or a flight risk. Harold Krent, a professor at Chicago Kent College of Law, told us in an email that under the Safety Act, individuals charged with certain crimes can be detained based on a finding of potential dangerousness. To detain, there must be particular facts demonstrating serious risk, Krent said, or the individual can be detained because of a risk of flight. David Stovall, a criminologist and law professor at the University of Illinois Chicago, offered a similar explanation to us in an email. In terms of the Illinois Safety Act, a judge has the right to detain anyone that is deemed a public safety risk, Stovall said. Anyone can be detained if the bench determines there is a risk to the well-being of particular individuals or the public at large. State officials said the law is intended to avoid having dangerous criminals easily released based on their ability to pay for bail. So what the gentleman said in the video is, I'm sorry to say, a lie. You guys think, not you, but the guy, I don't know, maybe you, but the guy in the video and people who are opponents of this think that you can go out in Illinois after September 18th, shoot somebody in the street, and they can't hold you. Wrong. These people think that you can go out after September 18th in Illinois and assault somebody and they can't hold you. Wrong. That is simply not the case. What this is meant to do is make sure that people who are picked up on traffic violations or minor misdemeanors or things of that nature, non-felonious crimes, don't sit in jail waiting for their trial date because they can't afford bail, while people who are criminals and can't afford bail can get out because they can pay. That's what this law is meant to change. Poor people not being punished and being forced to sit in jail waiting for their court date, while other people can get out simply because they know somebody who can put their house up or something of that nature to get them out on bail. Hey. The gentleman making that video is another in a long line of people who just simply don't know what the fuck they're talking about.